Welcome back, Lelanders. Today's special edition episode of the Magi Show, we cover the turkey quake. Now, not to make fun of it, it's a deadly situation. We're going to check out the world map on Google Earth Pro, see what kind of information we can get from the gravity wells and how they're interacting with the quake. We're going to take a look at the magnitude of each quake and even check out some of the I Felt It reports from around the world. Alright, so with no further ado, I'm just going to double check to see how my Facebook stream is going. If anyone's got questions or comments today and they want to put it in the chat, or if they want to call in, just let me know and we'll arrange it. Alright, let's see. I'm pretty sure my Facebook is just streaming a blank screen. Not sure why. Oh, it is working. That's good. Alright, so the Turkey Quake show is live on Facebook as well. That's pretty wild. Alright, let me share that just to a page. There we go. Can't switch. See, it wants me to switch accounts to share it, but I'm actually live in that account, so I won't be switching accounts to share it. So if anyone wants to share it, I appreciate it. I'm kind of locked out for what I can share right now. Alright, we got a drink ready, we got 3 bowls packed, and we got some slides, we got some websites. We'll even cover the New Madrid quake, future potential quakes that could be disastrous, so we're going to check those out as well. Alright, so I can actually comment in there, that's good. It's interesting how when I do the videos on Facebook, it actually doesn't show the video. I don't know why. I have to log into my account to see it. Alright, so we got it on Discord. We got three viewers tuned in already. Alright, let's go check out the quake activity. Now, I'm a little bit nervous to check it out because I haven't checked it on the gravity well map, so it'll be a live check. See if my gravity well map actually did pinpoint the location of where the quake was and why and where the energy for the quake is coming from. Let's check it out. Quake. No, not to downplay the situation, but yeah, I've been dying for a gravity well episode for a long time. Well, let's go to the full screen Google Earth. There we go. So haven't really been doing much work on the map. This is a full version of the map. You can tell it's pretty intense. Putting everything on it is just overkill, hard to keep track of and see. So for today, we'll bring down the map just to the yellow layer. We'll start with that. We'll go with just yellow. So you can see how it outlines the continents pretty well. Better than any other leyline map I've ever seen. Not to make fun of other leyline maps, big shout out to leyline map creators, doing good work, all of them. It's nice to see different opinions on where the line should be. Mine's calculated just from actual measurements on the planet, like the equator and stuff. So it's not like points picked out of thin air or anything. Alright, so let's go to... Should we check the historical quakes before we jump into it? Yeah, let's do it. So we'll turn on the historical quakes. I don't think today's quakes will be on it because it only goes up to 2010. So let's check out the Turkey area and see how quakes have been in that region before and after. Alright, so there's Armenia, there's Turkey. So we can see Turkey has a history of big 1999. They had, what, 7.6. And they do tend to isolate around where the two yellow lines intersect. You can see over by bordering Armenia. Yeah, there's a couple earthquakes, big ones in there. Ooh, there was a big one in Turkey, eh? 1939. And it's usually around December. Let's check out that. December 26th. Oh, that one's August. Throwing a monkey wrench into the theory. Damn you! No, I'm just kidding. No, as far as historical quakes go, I was actually calling... Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch, man. How the hell did that happen? Never even done that before. Oh, well. So what I was calling for was I was thinking that, look, turning Europe on its side, that Romania was going to be the big next quake. So I was a little off. Turkey, Romania. I guess some people say it's a far distance apart, but no, generally speaking, I was thinking where these two lines intersect, we were going to get the next big one. Like a 7.5 or an 8 or something like that. Just because there's been so many there. So there's what the historical quakes have looked like. We can see Turkey tends to get hit where the two yellow lines, just east of Istanbul. Armenia's line, all going with that general energy flow of that major line. Which line is that? So that's a line parallel to the crack of the earth. You can see here this little fracture line, that's actually the plate of the earth. Let's look at the plates before we continue to the real earthquake, or today's earthquake. They're all real. So you can see the earth crust line and where the quakes are happening. Boom, right there is where the earth crust line intersects with the two yellow. Boom. So we'll look at today's quake. I haven't actually looked at it on the map, just briefly. I didn't really see whereabouts it was located. No, someone was telling, oh yeah, it was my girlfriend, Charlene. How could I forget? She was telling me that North America got hit and New York felt something, Quebec and Ontario. So we're going to check more into that. These are just the historical quakes. You can see they pretty much follow certain cracks of the Earth's crust, not all. So yeah, certain cracks, they definitely interact. And if anyone wants to see, like, you can see how the Earth's crust crack and the gravity well map are basically the same formula, just slightly shifted. You can see the line separation for like the degrees is almost the same, right? The general path and directions. All right, so let's check out today's quake, okay? See what the... Yeah, I gotta check where... No, the nice thing, if anyone knows people at Google, Google used to have something like in this little bar. See this bar on the side that's got all these things in it? They used to have one that I could pick for labels, weather, galleries, different things. They still have all those, but they took away the earthquake one. So I'm not sure why Google doesn't want people to track earthquakes and learn. So why Google is trying to cover up and hinder the research of people learning how earthquakes work. Why is that so dangerous for people to learn the seismology of gravity wells and earthquakes? Could it be they're covering it up, or could it be they just took it away because no one cares about it? So they're like, oh, let's save memory and take it away. Oh, wow. All right, so that's previous earthquakes. So now, instead of having an official earthquake file, I've got another semi-official one that's some news or some scientific organization creates. So we'll bring that one up. Why is it volcanoes? I don't want volcanoes. What the fuck? There we go. Why is the old earthquake still on there? Sorry everyone, I'm not the greatest at looking at this thing. There it is, major earthquakes, turn that off. Alright, why is this still here? The fuck, man. Oh, so it turns on with that. Weird. Alright, turn off the volcanoes. Now we can zoom in and we'll get an idea of where the... I'm assuming New York is down in their series. Why are all the labels gone? There we go. So you can see that a lot of this gravity well map does align with major cities. More so on the older version of the map, but the modern version also. Now let's check out the blue lines for a second. Yeah, the two X's are the marks the spot that I usually watch for. This quake in Kentucky there, that's got my eye. 2.4. Because when we used to be able to look at the Google version of the earthquakes, you could see that both of these blue X's were just hammered by earthquakes. Right there and right there. So for some reason in modern times, it seems like only the Oklahoma side is getting hammered. But I'm thinking because of the historical repeating thing, it should hit Knoxville and all this area. And this is the New Madrid quake area. So we'll cover that more later in the show. So here's the recent earthquakes that have been happening in California. People can see it's pretty much going with the lines where they intersect. So that was the California quakes. Alaska quakes, we always get some big ones around Anchorage and this line here and that line there. Oh, let's go to the tropical islands where some of my friends are living. We got Puerto Rico, Dominican, Haiti. That area always gets hammered. They're getting that energy field from those blue lines and it interacts with the land. You can tell that the orb points usually push land away. Sort of like gravity in black holes. It doesn't pull things into them, but it does create things to orbit around them. So that's what you end up with there, is it's always pushing land away. So this force here pushing the land away, if you had to look at seismology, I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, these plates are moving up. Now, I could be wrong that they're moving down and it's way off my research, but if anyone knows in the chat which direction the plate movement is, might even say here. Well, we'll check it out another time. Ooh, right there on the line, in Dominican. Alright, so we're slowly working our way over to Turkey. Crust of the earth there. Down by where Atlantis used to be, they have a lot of different quakes that go around it. That crust line. Alright, let's move in. Oh boy, look at the Turkey situation, eh? Wow, so it's on this line. Remember, we were anticipating that it was going to be closer to where these intersect. But now it's hitting there. Oh, and this line up through Armenia, it's going active also. Italy line. See, this is the line for Romania. Oh no, there's the Romania spot. So I was anticipating that this area here was going to get hit, but it looks like it's going to be this line of energy where it's interacting. Wow. Oh yeah. Should we put the historical ones over it just to get an idea? I kind of forget the historical ones already. Where is it? Historical. There it is. Oh. So the only spot that had an earthquake in this before was this white dot. Let's see what it was. It was the 1905 quake. Holy. A 6.8 on December 4th. Almost my birthday. So if anyone in Turkey's been around since 1905, they remember these quakes. Man, oh man. That's intense. Alright, let's see the biggest one, eh? Well, that was 39. So as long as this doesn't progress all the way down to here, that's when we could start running into problems, right? As long as these quakes, I don't know which direction they're going. Let's see. 7.8 started there. Then it worked its way to the 7.5. So as the fault line is going down this direction, it is getting weaker by the time it gets to the massive one. I don't know, this one says 7.7, yet it looks significantly bigger than that 7.8. I wonder why, eh? Oh, it's because of the depth. So for how deep it is, how wide the circle will be. So even though it's the same magnitude, the circle's going to be bigger because it was deeper. Oh, so usually deeper earthquakes are bigger. Or I could be wrong, but according to this. Yeah, 7.6. Wow. No drinking booze for me tonight, or this morning. Dry February. I know hardly ever drink normally unless I'm streaming, so there we go. Wow. Now these Malta quakes are making me wonder, eh? Hopefully it doesn't come in and destroy Malta. I've got some friends and viewers that have been there and lived there, so damn. Hopefully Malta's okay. Alright, so I think we should get to some I felt it reports maybe, eh? Huh. They started down by Lebanon. Syria. See, I found out recently from 23andMe that this is where some of my family DNA is from. Where is it? They said Arab countries. So I guess that would be more north. I don't know. Wow. So judging by this map here and the direction the earthquakes are going, just to guess, I'd say we are working our way up, eh? So maybe around this gravity well we could see some activity. But we're not really going to see anything farther north than that, eh? Because look, Russia's almost immune. So I would have to progress, if anything, this direction. Let's check out, turn off historical again for a sec. What have we had recently? Yeah, the China area, it's heating up a little, eh? Could we see another big one in China? That would give them something more to work on rather than invading Taiwan. I don't know, maybe according to YouTube, we probably have to agree with the invasion of Taiwan or else have our channel shut down. Maybe it's not that policy yet, but it's usually the direction YouTube takes you, right? Either you support wars and agendas or else your channel is shut down. But I just have to say I agree with that and lose my livelihood if not. Wow, it's neat how when you add the earthquakes, eh? Just adding them slowly. It's so trippy. This area here, eh? That's starting to catch my eye. This area around, what is that? Northern India. Oh, that'd be around Nepal. Mount Everest earthquake coming. Now normally this little spiral here, if people haven't seen it before, we'll turn off the blue so it's a little easier to see. So you can see that sort of like spiral pattern. It's usually very active, but for this quake it doesn't seem so, eh? A couple in Indonesia. Wow. Now, who knows? Maybe there's a lot of people in Taiwan that want to become part of China. You never know, right? There's Beijing. Alright, so we won't focus too much more on Asia. If I had to guess, the next quake's probably going to be more around Romania. I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe Japan. Yeah, they're getting active around the Philippines. Yeah, it's like the opposite. Huh. No, I like looking at the map centered this way because then it makes China the center of the world. If I was in China, this is the direction I would make maps. Make China the center. Now you can really see how the map overlays the continent edge, right? Surprised it doesn't grow bigger that way. Oh yeah, that's where that broke off. Alright, let's go back to the studio and we'll check out some of the websites. What do we got for the websites? Where's the studio? There it is. Alright, so here, this is the South Carolina one. When I was warning people about the New Madrid quake, if it ever comes, we're in serious trouble, or if it ever comes back, or when it comes back. So that was that one. Close it. Disclose TV, they used to have a cool page about the New Madrid quakes, but for some reason it's down. I try not to advertise Disclose TV because I got into a big arguments when I used to try to post videos there. They didn't want me to advertise the website host, like telling people that my videos were on Disclose TV. So I don't know why they were against sharing the logos of Disclose TV and sharing the content, but whatever. So I'm hoping maybe in the future we can work together again and I'll be like, hey guys, as long as I can put the logo of your site on the content, then I'll start posting your content on your site. If I can't post the logo for Disclose TV and advertise it, why the hell would I post on there? It's like, what the fuck is their problem? It almost reminds me of the evil bastard copyright people that always try to fuck people over by exploiting them. It's like, dear God, Disclose TV, why you gotta be like that? Why can't you be someone who's like, hey, you can share our content, you can share our logos, you can share. Not be like the fuckers that are, oh, this is copyrighted, you better not share it or we'll take your shit down. It's like, fuck, man. I did not like that about Disclose TV, but you can't hold it against them because almost every page does that, where they're always trying to support the fucking copyright bullshit. We really need a leader to come to fruition in any country who's just like, you know, this copyright system, fuck this shit. Take it down, make everyone free to share shit. It's like, sure, full-blown communism ain't the way, but when it comes to sharing information, fuck, we should be able to share that for God's sakes. Patents and all these fucking designs, just share it for fuck's sakes. Why are we still letting people exploit us by not allowing sharing? God, is it invented by the royals? You think you would know better there right off the bat, right? So now just to say that earthquakes around the globe sometimes are accompanied by booms, like loud booming noises. So I don't know if anyone heard booms in the area of where was it, Turkey? Did they have any reports of loud booms? We should check into that. And quakes have been known to occur around Montreal and Canada because of what is it, the fault line with the St. Lawrence. Basically how fault lines work, anywhere you have a river, there's a fault line. That's what creates rivers. So if you have a big St. Lawrence River, it's a giant fault line. .8 earthquake reported in Buffalo? Is that like recent? Let me check the actual recordings of earthquakes. I know the government site was way behind. They didn't have any of the updates. Here's some. So let's see. Here they got the Turkey quakes. They have none in North America. I have to put it to smaller quakes. Is that the problem? Why do they not show any in North America? I don't get it. So there's the Turkey one, 7.5, Syria, Jordan. There was the 6.7 and the 7.8. Wow, that was intense, right? No mention of Canada or North America anywhere. It's probably because it's not strong enough, so we need smaller quake monitoring. Is that the problem? I don't get it. Why do the government websites don't show the earthquakes? They're supposed to show them in real time everywhere. Why is it not showing any of the North America ones? Oh well. Instead of complaining, we'll just go to another website and hopefully they actually show what's happening. Here's one of my favorite websites for this type of stuff. It's called Volcano Discovery, and they have I felt it reports for earthquakes. So we'll go and check it. Alright. Here's the Turkey ones. The top 20 quakes in the past 24 hours. Mostly around Turkey, eh? Small one hit France. So that's all I want to see. I want to see the small quakes. Show quakes. Why does it have to be the region? Why can't I just look at the whole globe? Oh well. Yeah, here we're getting into smaller ones, finally. How do I make this map full screen? I guess you can't. Great. See, it even shows the North America ones here where the government site doesn't, eh? Like, why are they hiding the earthquakes in North America? Or just failing to report them? 2 hours ago in New York. There we go. Now we're talking, eh? Now they're actually showing us the real recordings. What is with that other website, eh? Like, what's their problem? If anyone knows the problem with the official website for quakes, why are they not showing them in North America? It's like it must be because of the magnitude. It's just too small, I guess. 2 hours ago, it was reported, but it doesn't say the size. What the fuck? Maybe it's so new they don't know. That's why they're not reporting it? I don't think that. Here, magnitude 4 almost. Wow. See, that's like close to my area. Want to see where I'm located streaming from? Right in the middle of here. So from there to there, it's actually within feeling range. If they have a big one. But I didn't feel any. And I was sleeping upstairs when it happened, so... I have a lot of trains that go by normally, so normally, yeah, I don't really react to things like that. Holy shit. Here, now we're talking, eh? This thing is actually showing some of this shit. Just as I say that, it vanishes. Alright, let's go to the big one and see the reports of I felt it. Can I search by magnitude? There we go. There's 2,000 reports of people that felt it. Now this could get pretty intense because I guess people are dying and all, right? So hopefully it's not too graphic for YouTube. The fuck? What is going on? What is this ad? Go away. I don't want to click that. I just want it to go away. Fuck. There we go. Sorry, not to panic. I fucking hate the internet when ads like that come up. I don't want to click anything. Just go away. I'm not getting tricked into clicking something. Alright, so that is, it's submit report. I don't want to submit reports, I want to read them. What the fuck is with this? God, it's so annoying. Can't you just have like a big icon saying, I filter reports, click here? It's probably somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. Fuck's sakes, man. Alright, just relax, try to find it still. There's 2,000 reports. Yeah, I'd like to read those. Where the fuck are they? Now, see, here's where you can click it to report it, but where's where I can fucking read them? You son of a bitch, just show me. Where's the I felt it reports? Is this them? Finally. For God's sakes, why is it hidden down at the bottom here? Alright, anyways. Sorry for getting upset about it, man, but I can't stand fucking garbage. Oh, I can't stand it. Alright, let's continue. It's like if you're going to design a website with I felt it reports, please put a link at the top that you can click to read the reports. Like if you have thousands of reports, why do I got to go scrolling through pages in order to find it? Can't you just have one click done? Right, anyways, thanks for the I felt it reports. At least I'm not in the earthquake, right? I should be more happy. Alright, so this one's from Cyprus. 400 kilometers from the epicenter. Jesus, that's like halfway across the country or continent. Stayed up all night. Suddenly, I feel a light shake that got progressively stronger. As he writes this, he could still feel it shaking, just weaker than usual. Oh, so another one in Nicosia, or however you say that, strong shaking. Still 400 kilometers away, constant shaking, the whole earth just trembling. For how long? Probably 4 to 5.1. But how long was the shaking? Right. Why are all the reports like 500-600 kilometers away? Where are some that are actually closer? Oh man, look at the destruction. Their china cabinet destroyed. Fuck. Yeah, if I lived on an earthquake line, like a fault line, I probably wouldn't put a cabinet full of like glass ready to tip over. Dear God, I guess like you go 50 years with no big earthquake, you think you're fine, but still, it's like building your house next to the ocean or a volcano. Can't criticize them for wanting nice stuff, but really. Who am I to talk? I put a whole bunch of stuff on shelves, and I'm on an earthquake line too. So when mine gets destroyed, I've called it. Alright, let's see. Is there anyone that's even remotely close? Like 400 kilometers away, for God's sakes. Where's the reports from Turkey? Light shaking? It seems like the closer they get, the less shaking, eh? Because you look at like 700 kilometers away and they're like, whoa, a massive shaking. And then right next to it, they're like, oh, light shaking. Israel, they could feel it, moderate shaking. I wonder if you can sort them by intensity, right? Go to all the most intense ones. No. So whoever's designing this in the future, if you could like sort these by intensity, so instead of, or distance, so you could like click here and be like, oh, change it to the closest reports or the farthest away reports, and then filter it by intensity. Now I've been in one earthquake that I could really feel, and I was in the top of my house, and it literally felt like a roller coaster. You know, like when you're on a roller coaster and you go down the hills or up the, what do they call them, the bunny hops or whatever, and you start going like up and down and your stomach turns. I got that feeling from an earthquake, where it felt like the earth went off the edge and it was like, ooh, dropped. Then you could feel your stomach. I was like, holy. I was surprised that earthquakes caused that sensation. I was thinking just shaking. I didn't think it would actually be like, whoa, it feels like a roller coaster. The ground is moving. All right, light, weak, weak, strong. See, this person's near 700 away, and they're the ones feeling strong shaking. What the hell, eh? Why is that? Lebanon, Syria. Yeah, people right next to it. They're like, oh, a little light shaking right next to it. Very weak shaking. Well, I guess obviously the people that are closest aren't going to be on their homes on their computer writing in what it was like, or on their cell phones. They'll probably be like hiding and ducking for cover and stuff, right? So that's probably why you're not getting so many reports actually from Turkey. Yeah, there's none even close. You're talking like hundreds of kilometers away is the closest. Maybe even 500 kilometers away. Like, dear God, man, that's like halfway across the continent. Yeah, even Cairo feels it, right? But very weak shaking. 1,000 kilometers away. That's like me to fucking Florida, right? Like, dear God, man, that's a far way away. Alright, so we're not going to get much from the I felt it reports. I'm surprised. I thought lots of people in Turkey would have been like, yo, we all felt it. It's huge. But no, hardly any reports. Alright, let's go to... I'll go to reports of loud booms in Turkey. So there was a bomb that went off in 2022. There was another one that was heard in Turkey in so yeah. In Turkey, there was reports of a loud booming noise in 2016, and they determined there was no damage or evidence of any explosion. So the only thing they could find was that it might have been a sonic boom. But you also get these quake booms, right? So could it have been a quake boom? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we can find any more reports on that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to check the chat. See what we got for chat messages. Oh, hey, Steadfast. How's it going? Yeah, luckily Steadfast was the one. Oh, that's good news. I was talking to the people at the bus for going up north, and they said if you want to pay nothing for extra luggage, you're allowed to put one bag under the bus and one carry-on. But if you need anything beyond that, then you have to pay $15 to bring another bag. So that's good. So really, you can bring 2 bags for free. Alright, so far so good. Streaming on Facebook's doing decent. Alright, no more questions. Guess let's go and find another website that gives earthquake reports. Because the ones I have are really shitty. Doesn't even have any for North America yet. It's like, what the fuck? Why not? Is it that slow? Alright, the USGS. I think this is a good one. Let's try it. Seneca 3.8. So Buffalo, New York. Oh, I get it. I was thinking New York, New York. Alright, so New York had one. Then the island chain, they always get shitloads. Alaska got some. California ones have continued. Really, we got to keep our eye on the one down here. Hopefully, New Madrid goes. Man, we got some serious problems. I don't know if anyone knows why earthquake data is important to track, but man, once the New Madrid one goes, we're looking at the entire destruction of North America from a nuclear fallout. Could be the worst disaster the planet has ever seen, other than the creation of the planet. Yeah, let's look at Turkey again. So yeah, if it progresses up and hits Romania, boom, we got a big one to go there. Let's hope it doesn't set off the Romania quake. Yeah, I don't think we got any other worrisome spots. The Indonesia, Japan a little. South China Sea. New Zealand, yeah, they're probably going to get rocked again. Yeah, it's pretty much, like all the major spots have gone. The Alaska area, the California area, the Asia area, New Zealand, the island chain, South America. But any given day, you're always going to see earthquakes in that, but they're all pretty good in magnitude. Oh, this one shows the Earth crust line pretty good too, huh? Alright, well finally a website that shows stuff a little better. USGS, highly recommend this one. And I think we'll keep an eye on this. We'll leave this one open. Oh, so there was the epicenter. Yeah, you could feel it near me, eh? I'm in the Kitchener area. Oh, why is it showing nothing? Yeah, so if you look at the epicenter of Buffalo's quake and it went out from there, that's pretty cool. It actually shows the waves of how far you could feel it. Feel it till next week. Yeah, let's go to the contours of these ones. Let's go to the shake map. It always tries to hide it so the viewers can't see it, but I'll fix it. Oh boy. So why is this map so small that you can't see it? Why don't they make it bigger? Fuck. Oh well. If we could zoom in and out, that'd be cool, eh? Oh, here we go. Finally. Alright, so I guess this blue ring is the outskirts of where you could feel it. So you could almost feel it in Bulgaria, right? Once we get up to the Romania area, there's where the big one is. Will it go soon? Who knows? Yeah, so the Holy Land be shaken. Yeah, I like that. The USGS is where it's at. Eh? They got some good resources. Almost as good as my gravity well map. Now, it must be difficult for the modern scientists when they're trying to determine earthquakes and they don't even have the gravity well map. So how do they determine where the energies are going and why it's on each line? They don't even have it. Hopefully they will in the future. I'm going to try to teach academics it, but they're a little slow. Very slow and pragmatic. Don't listen. They're always very full of themselves, too. They think they have all the answers. Meanwhile, they don't know jack shit. No, I'm just learning about gravity well maps. I'm not going to say I have all the information, but I can tell I've got a little bit more than what they're going on. All right, let's keep an eye on Turkey. Oh, so there's the Egypt area. Yeah, I was wondering if they could feel it in Egypt. I can see why. It might reverberate across the water. Oh, the Persian Gulf. They got a bunch of quakes around there. You gotta watch it. Sometimes Iran gets the big quakes, right? Let's check out the historicals. Where's the historical quakes? Oh, there it is. I already got it open. Yeah, so the Persian Gulf is known to have a few earthquakes around there. Really, just got to watch that one. 1990, eh? Yeah, the way there's so many cracks here, it almost seems like the plate line. Let's bring up the plate line again. Oh, there it is, plate boundaries. Oh yeah, that's the plate boundary, eh? You can see this crack here. So it's the crack that separates, what is that, the plate in between Africa and Asia. The one there that's separating it, it's going. So it's almost like the planet's pulling apart. Now, if I had to guess, why would it be going there? Probably because of these energy fields pushing the land away. So when you turn it this way and you look up at it, all these energy fields are going up and up, smashing into it from this point, pushing the land away, creating the Mediterranean. And there must be a part that's like blocking it. So when it's like, oh, I tried to push it up, there's some resistance there. So it's like, bam, it's pushing against the resistance. Now you can see in the Great Lakes how ours formed. We had this one pushing the land away up that way, even out down this way. I'm surprised we don't get more quakes around here and here. See, historically, have we? Oh yeah, that's right. They took away all the historical quakes for North America. They don't like to see... I don't know why they're so against showing what happens in North America. My only guess is maybe the records were a little suspect. So instead of just like going with suspect records and making a record showing the quakes, they just took it all away. Or like 99% of it away. So like, oh, now you can't even look at it to see where the quakes were? It's weird. Because obviously there's been shitloads of quakes through here throughout history. Why is it showing none? Oh, I guess it's because it's from 1900 and on. The old record used to go back to like the 1500s, so maybe that's why. Oh well. I shouldn't get so upset. Like, I don't know how many people are at home going, damn, where's my earthquake files? Probably hardly just me, right? I don't know if there's anyone else that's upset over it. It's like, fuck, man, I wanted to see all the data on the earthquakes. Why did you take it away? Now, they also do that with the sun a lot. A lot of the best sun research they've taken off Google. So the same question comes up. Do they want us not to learn about the sun? Is that like a problem? We're not allowed to learn how gravity wells react on the sun? So they took all the data away? I don't know. Or maybe it was just suspect data and it wasn't really that accurate. So like, oh, let's just take it all away. So people can't look anymore. It must be so weird, eh? Without the gravity well map, they're like, why is this big V of earthquakes occurring? It's like, gee, I wonder. Well, I guess the scientists, they got the plate boundary line, so they know that part of it at least. They just don't realize that the plate boundaries are forming around the gravity wells. Or they do and just don't tell anyone. Who knows? Alright, let's keep an eye on Turkey. Where is it again? Oh, there. So I guess we should put the map this way. Yeah, so if the planet is pushing this continent way up, or someone could tell me in the chat, is the continent really going up in that direction? Or is it shifting in another direction? Because usually they can tell which way the plates are moving. Eh? Like here it shows that the plates are pushing up that way. So that would be from this well. See, yeah, it's going up with the lines. They even show it's like going up in that direction. So this one is pushing a lot. Yeah, it's really a push between this one, and where the two meet, boom, is where it hits in the Turkey. Yeah, you could see if the continents were allowed to drift for like another few billion years, this gravity well would push all this even further up and away, right? Alright, well, check the latest headlines and see what we got. Fuck, man, why am I getting a runny nose? God's sakes. Right when I need to talk, it's like, oh, great, now I got a runny nose. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I guess we should check the weather, just to see how the weather is reacting with the quakes. Because sometimes the weather can, you'll see patterns in the weather, they'll be like, oh shit. You'll be able to tell the gravity wells are acting up just from that. Alright, here we go. What do we got for gravity well storms today? Ooh, this one. Normally what happens is this line here that cuts across the continent, it usually drags storms to either here or here, these two gravity wells. This one more commonly. So you'll notice that the storms will come up and then they'll get pulled around that gravity well. Obviously you get the Gulf of Mexico ones. The South Pole usually acts up crazy. Let's check how it's doing. Yeah, because it'll have storms spinning around each of the poles, or each of the gravity wells. I don't understand how scientists can explain why they spiral around in certain spots and why it's always the same spots. I guess they do it by like wind currents or something. Yeah, because obviously the wind's going to be affected by the gravity well rotations also. Yeah, let's check out Turkey's weather. Oh yeah, there's the quake. Fuck, man, I can't breathe. My nose is running so bad. Why did it start running all of a sudden? The fuck? I haven't had a runny nose all winter, and all of a sudden, as soon as I sit down to do a stream, fucking runny nose starts. Oh well, can't complain too much. At least we're not in the earthquake, right? Little runny nose ain't the end of the world. Alright, let's try looking at it the Eurocentric way. Put Europe at the center. Yep, so the pull of this pole, or well, has definitely continued with the weather today. Don't see anything too dramatic other than a big storm above where the quakes are. Guess that could be something. It is kind of like right on the verge of the cloud pattern, right? Where the quakes are occurring. Now, I really look at clouds as like the iron filings in your chemistry experiment when you're in high school, and they show you how magnetic patterns go by putting the iron filings and you can see the waves. That's similar to what we're looking at with clouds and gravity wells. Clouds are the iron filings, and the gravity wells are the magnetic field patterns that we can see it bend around. Now, I'm not the first one to be using these maps. These maps were actually used by the Ottoman Empire, oddly enough, talking about Turkey. But yeah, Piri Reis, he had all these maps in the olden days. He was the one that had maps of the entire planet even before Columbus went there, so it's interesting that whoever gave him this map technology knew the entire planet. What I would assume is it's probably a secret society cult, sort of like Freemasonry or the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them. They get a hold of this advanced technology and they hide it from the public, either to help them or to exploit them, to get rich. It's like your trade secrets. Not supposed to tell everyone or else everyone would do it. Yeah, so if anyone wants to help me for helping share some of this, you can just put a donation either through Patreon or email me money directly. What is it called? E-transfers, or what is the other one? PayPal. Super chats on YouTube are always nice too. As you can tell, I do most of this research just for fun. Oh yeah, the gravity well's that way. I keep forgetting that I made a pattern of cubes. I should show everyone. Turn the weather off for now. I call them sacred trees because it's how the ancients used to describe it. Let's put it on. So if you look, each area, say like Turkey, where it is in the sacred tree cube, really, I should extend this point to there. Just thinking that. Seems weird for it to stop there, but... So yeah, I was looking at the cubes this way and how they got different ones for each region. Madagascar has its own. Japan and China, they have their own. Australia has their own. Excuse me. The Yukon and the West Coast, they got their own. The Pacific, they got one. South America, Argentina, they got their own. Brazil, and the Atlantic. But then I started to realize that, hey, these cube patterns, they not only go this way on this axis, but if you spin it and look at the continent this way, I think there's another cube on each section this way. I could see it, eh? So if you have the European one, oh god, I can't breathe. My nose is running so bad. Yeah, I think there's another cube pattern in here. I'll have to take some work on that and see if I can make it. Yeah, it must be funny for people to look at the map this way, right? Because most people don't have this type of map, so they don't look at it other than any other way that they show you on a normal globe. Yeah, that way was good, but I like that way too. That's a nice way. Yeah, that's a nice pattern there, looking at it that way. You can make it into like a big pyramid here. Can't believe I got a runny nose today. What the fuck? How annoying. Oh well. Runny nose ain't the end of the world. Alright, maybe I'll make this smaller. There we go. Alright, saying the last earthquake is still in Turkey. There's been like 10 in a row in Turkey. Let's take a look. Is that it? Can't even see it. There we go. Yeah, so we can see there's quite a few in Turkey. God, I wish I could breathe. Alright, well, I guess since I can't breathe and hasn't been much more action earthquake-wise, we'll come back a little bit later today and maybe do another live stream. In the meantime, let's give a shout out to, let's go with, yeah, my affiliate links. First, we got Patreon, Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, everyone at Patreon. Thanks a million. Society 6, finishing quick is my specialty. It's a saying that comes on t-shirts and bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. Ido TV, it'll pay you to watch videos. Swagbucks will pay you to shop. GameKit will pay you to try games. And free Bitcoin, it's a wallet system for crypto. I can't say thanks enough for everyone who's tried out all these offers. We even had some people make it to the big payouts in GameKit. So appreciate all the viewers for giving those things a try. It was really awesome. Every time you help those or help yourself with those, it helps me at the same time, right? Oh yeah, and free Bitcoin is one of those wallets for crypto. Just make sure that you only invest what you can afford to lose, and make sure you follow all your regional laws, including for the virtual mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only, but if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Just kidding. $10 off. My girlfriend makes me say that I'm kidding part. Just kidding. I say it on my own. $10 off on 150 or more with the coupon code LYNBS, LYNBSN. It is a real coupon code. Thanks a million to everyone who's been trying that. And just remember, some people hate it and others love it way too much. Looking in the mirror when I say it. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, my website, Judson Weebly, I got links to all the Gravity Well stuff there as well, if you want more information about it. And all my other gaming related stuff is there also. All right, let's go back to... Yeah, let's go to the slides. We almost forgot to finish those. All right, one of the most important things about this earthquake when it comes to quakes in general is we got to look at the history of quakes and not forget the past and what has happened. So let's... Oh, for fuck's sakes, is none of that in there? It's funny, I got all this stuff ready for the show, and then I didn't put it in the show folder. It's like, great. Might help if it's actually in the show folder. So here was the history of the New Madrid quakes that I was showing. The two blue triangles, or X's, are the areas where we're going to have to monitor very closely in the future. A lot of booms reported there. So there's a big quake coming. When? We don't know. Right, that's the New Madrid quake region, Missouri. And they have had quakes in 2021 in September. So we might have to watch again September, see how it reacts. I don't know why I have these shown. Oh, that was the pole quake. Yeah, we had a pole quake show. Oh yeah, it was interesting that the official seismic records, when that last big quake happened, they took down all the records so people couldn't see it. And they said, oh, there's a problem. We're trying to correct it. It's like, you know what, earthquake people? You got to get your act together. When we need the data is the time for the data to be there. It's not the time for you to take down the website and make everyone paranoid, living in fear because they can't see the data. I don't know why the government likes to do that, eh? They always like to hide the data. They do it with a bunch of other things too, don't they? The sun, the earthquakes, the always hiding the data. Why you can't just be honest and tell people the truth? Fuckers. I'm just kidding. Alright, apparently all the slides I wanted to see did not come up in that little section of slides. You sons of bitches. Alright, let's try it again. Here it is, the most important one. It wouldn't show. Can't breathe. Alright, in the past, here's this slide. This was the New Madrid quake of 1895. And if this earthquake happened again today, I'd say like a 7 or an 8, it would completely destroy the US. And what do I mean by completely destroy? If you look here, here's a map of where all the nuclear plants are in the States. And we basically built them on all the rivers. And what is the rivers? The fault lines. So we basically got all the nuclear plants there on all the fault lines. And why does that matter for a disaster? Well, if you think about Fukushima, when they had their big earthquake and then all of a sudden the nuclear meltdown, they were lucky. Why? Because Japan still had somewhere to bury the nuclear waste. And it wasn't right next to the reactor. But guess what happened in the US? Each one of these nuclear plants produces millions of tons of nuclear waste, and they have nowhere to bury it. So the US had an idea where they were going to bury all the nuclear waste and told all the nuclear power plants to just go crazy, pollute like crazy, and just make tons of nuclear waste, and that they were going to allow them to bury it somewhere. But what happened is complete incompetence through the leadership. They have nowhere to bury the waste. So guess what they told the nuclear plants? Oh, just stockpile it next to the reactors. Yeah, so we're literally taking all of our nuclear waste, putting it right next to the reactors, and they're all about to go nuclear, like meltdown, due to these earthquakes, like the New Madrid, how they're all on the fault lines. So will this happen? Yes, it will happen. Will it happen in our lifetimes? Let's pray to God not, right? Like, who knows? Maybe it'll be our grandkids' generation. They'll have to inherit a continent that was completely destroyed by radiation fallout. And maybe they'll already have a way to clean radiation by then, so it won't be such a big deal. Let's hope. So not to be all like doom and gloom. I think we'll make it through okay, but there's definitely going to be a few rocky points. Oh yeah, and this is the other point. People have been wondering, why have earthquakes been less lately in North America? I think this could be one reason. If you look at planets, they talk about oil being a fossil fuel that was created by dinosaur fossils, but as time went on, we realized that theory was complete bullshit. There was no dinosaur bones creating fossil fuels. And how we can prove this is every other planet in the solar system is loaded with fossil fuels. And how many dinosaurs did they have? 0, right? So we can guarantee that fossil fuels are not from dinosaurs. I don't know where that theory came in to be so popular, but anyways, Russian scientists proved that the oils that the Earth is creating and other planets and moons is related to the titanic movement of plates. So this oil is actually like lubrication in between the planet's plates as they grind against each other. So you may have heard that the United States has started to take out all the oil that lubricates the plates shifting. So instead of having plates with like lube and they're shaking all the time and sliding easily, that was good for like a long time. And we used to have like little earthquakes, not so bad. The occasional big one. But now we've taken out all the oil from all the plates. So instead of having lube in between the plates moving, now they're just grinding rock on rock. And guess what happens? We get less earthquakes because it can't shift as much. But then there's also the question, now that it can't shift as much, is it building up a whole bunch of pressure to just snap? Or is it really just going to not move? Let's hope. No one knows. We can only guess. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I noticed with this. All 3 pictures have one thing in common. The New Madrid fault line, fracking hotspots where we took out all the oil, and they're loaded with nuclear power plants. Oh, and there's even a 4th thing. All of them are reporting the large booms for the sign of an epic earthquake coming. So yeah, if you want to share, like, and tell your friends about the New Madrid quake, just make sure to, sign up to Leland Judson, subscribe on YouTube, check out my other stuff. I've got a few different social media pages around the interwebs. Starting to use Twitter and Instagram and the other censor-free ones like Rumble or whatever. I don't think I have Rumble yet, or do I have, what's the other one? If anyone remembers the social medias. Yeah, so that's why I'm always looking at earthquakes. I'm just following it, hopefully that this will never happen in our lifetimes. Oh yeah, and that was the I Felt It report. They said when the earthquake goes off in New Madrid, you can feel it all the way up in my province. Because it's like solid rock here, so it vibrates the effects of earthquakes much farther. Yeah, it just shows the 2 comparison. If you have an earthquake roughly that size on the west coast, it doesn't reverberate far because they don't have as much of the same rock. It's a crumblier rock. But the rock that's on the east coast is a lot harder, so that's why it reverberates a lot farther, even for the same size earthquake. Alright, let's go. What else did we do? We did the affiliate links, we did the patrons. I guess let's go to the fire screen. We'll wrap it up. Or they maybe check. Was there any other things I wanted to check? Oh yeah, one more. So if we look at the frequency of an earthquake for the big ones, it was 390 years, 410, 430, 500, 570, and now we're at 316. So just by going at this current chart, it looks like it should really happen in our lifetimes, unless it goes a little early. Let's hope. So yeah, a little bit of positivity there. It's probably going to be a big one day, but hopefully we'll never live to see it. Unless we get technology to live longer, then we're fucked. And not in a good way. Alright, so praying for everyone in the Turkey area. Hey, that's like a pyramid. Yeah, in the Turkey area, the left-hand side. That's almost like the pyramid of Egypt, and then the shaft pointing to Arius on the left-hand side of the pyramid, right? Is that fucked? Anyways, yep, bye for now, everyone. Let's go to the fire screen. Alright, if you happen to get any seismic activity in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like and a share. Really appreciate it. And just make sure never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. See you later.
Take care, and yeah, good luck with the earthquake recovery. Hopefully everyone teams up together and we can use these disasters to make new friendships, and who knows, maybe Russia and Ukraine could work together and help clean up Turkey. That'd be sweet. I'm sure they'll be going in looking for new land to take. Just kidding. Alright, bye for now, everyone. See you later. Take care. Oh yeah, thanks for Steadfast and the other viewers for tuning in. Later. Oh yeah, if there's any more big earthquake activity, we'll come back live. Don't worry. We'll be back. Only if there's disasters.